all of we know that Japan is one of the vibrant country actually based on the technology and the business. Today in this program present many students from the Daffodil International University, Daffodil Group, as well as the other private and public university all over the Bangladesh.
Where you can create your profile, you can upload your documents, and you can find your right programs and course with the power of artificial intelligence. At the same time, you can get the expert counseling. We have a pool of expert counselors, so you can get the education and career counseling from our team. At the same time, you can apply to our desired university, and you can track your application process from application to visa.
Chief Academic Officer, KCGI Group, Japan.
Thanks so much for the intro music. I want to thank the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Information Technology and the Admission.ac for inviting us to this presentation this afternoon. I also want to thank all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to coming and join us for this hour of a presentation. I imagine many of you have a strong interest in Japan, and hopefully today we can provide you with some information that might be helpful when making your decision about where you wish to study and your sort of next phase. Our school has a new brand, a new holding company called the University of Informatics. The graduate school is still KCGI, or the Kyoto College of Graduate Studies for Informatics, but since we have a consortium of a number of schools, we actually were able to get a recognition to become the University of Informatics from the Ministry of Education in Japan. So we're very proud of that. So our branding has slightly been updated since the last time I've had a chance to speak to some of you. I've been to Bangladesh several times. It's always a pleasure to visit the country. I'm going to turn it over now to the head of the Director of Admissions, Dr. Ananda, to give the beginning of the presentation. I'll come back to talk a little bit about the curriculum. Professor Ananda, can you?
Thank you, sir. Maybe you can continue, and later I will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to give you a little bit of context about the university and the graduate school. Unlike some of the schools that you may have considering, we are a professional graduate school. We're not so much a research-based school, but we're here to train professionals, particularly in the IT industry. And when I also say IT industry, I don't mean computer science exactly. IT to us spans a whole panoply of different types of activities. It's basically the connection and synergy between almost anything, art, we even have cooking, multimedia, entertainment, tourism, and the IT field. IT is basically integrated and embedded in the society that we live. So we're looking for people with diverse backgrounds. You don't have to have a computer science degree necessarily to join the school, and to come in and basically take your existing knowledge and pair it with IT skills. These are the educational goals at the school. Of course, we teach you the basics. We have foundational courses for people without a strong IT background. Of course, we have advanced courses for people that already possess computer programming knowledge that we can take you to the next level. A lot of our courses are based on problem solving, project-based and active learning techniques. So there's a lot of planning and designing. There's a lot of development things that you'll be doing in your classes. And then finally, the fourth bullet here, to foster a sense of professionalism and ethics, is really an important part of our DNA. As you know, Japan is a culture that has a strong lineage of, honor. When you think of Japan, honor, samurai spirit, very ethical, very polite, very professional. And we try to bring in those aspects, unique aspects of Japanese society into our curriculum to sort of inculcate all of you with some of those ethics and professionalism that I think Japan brings. And particularly if you want to stay and work in Japan, it's critical that you acquire those skills. I mentioned we're a professional graduate school. We're patterned after American style professional education. So if you think of like MBAs, legal degrees, these are kind of practical training for professionals in a particular field. And that's how we try to approach the area of IT. We have our roots in Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT. The rector and about 10 to 20 of our faculty members have been to Columbia University in New York. So we sort of bring that type of perspective. We also have a very strong faculty to student ratio, 10 to 1. So I think you'll get a lot of exposure to a faculty, a pretty broad, diverse faculty from probably all over the world. We combine sort of cutting edge of IT. We have a very good learning management system. We use translation things in classes. So sometimes people can take classes in different languages using our translation interface, as well as teaching assistants in the classes. We also have people that are in the business field teach our classes too. So we have a whole section of our curriculum called the industry area, where we have people that are active industry experts that are, or soon, retired consultants to the industry that also teach at the school. We're unique, I think, in Japan in that we have a parallel education. So many of our courses are taught both in Japanese and in English, or if there's a gap, we often offer mixed mode classes. We have a partnership with schools in France to do study abroad opportunities. We also have people that come in to give work jams and other types of intercultural study sessions that happen on campus. In terms of the curriculum design, we have some mandatory courses because we feel it's important that people have communication skills, organizational skills, research skills, as well as leadership skills. We have specialized courses in a number of fields. We call them concentrations, field of concentrations. There are 9 of them. And so you'll be learning broadly and deeply in those areas. And they complement our industry, which you can see here. For example, finance, agriculture, education. So for example, we have a major concentration in web systems, and maybe you'll take an industry practical training in education. You can make education systems or online education materials, for example. We also have academic advisors for every student that we pair you with during orientation, as well as a guide. Here's a bit of a snapshot of the curriculum concentration before entry into the school. You'll have to complete the 3 mandatory courses here: leadership, communication, and foundation master project, which is more of a research-based course. We have our courses in your concentration, as well as the industry courses, which I mentioned, as well as areas that are outside that don't quite fit neatly into the 2, like communication skills, for example. Then everyone has to do a master project or thesis. We have theses that span from 1 semester up to 3 semesters, depending upon how deeply you want to do your research. And then you can see here at the bottom, we offer these basic courses for people that might need a little bit of support going from, let's say, a finance or marketing background into IT. So we recommend students, not required to take these, but we offer them for students to sort of begin to become literate in the field of IT. Okay, here are the 9. Thank you, this is a bit easier to read. Artificial intelligence, I think we're all aware of the movement into AI. We have an AI concentration that we started several years ago. It's more practical driven AI education. We don't build LLM models or things like that here. We use AI to do things, AI robotics, for example, or AI and gaming and other types of things. Data science, sort of big data studies, we have a whole concentration in that. Traditional ones like web and networking. We also even have a global entrepreneurship area. ERP, which is enterprise resource planning or enterprise management systems. And that's taught out of the SAP HANA, if you're familiar with that area. And people there end up becoming SAP consultants, for example. And then something very unique to Japan, IT manga anime. You may be familiar with manga and anime. Anime is more of the movie style. Manga is more of the print cartoon-like style in a book. These are not just, go back, sir. These are not just for entertainment. It's used in the field of education and for marketing in Japan. It's a huge industry. It's probably, I don't know, multi-billion dollars. I think in the Saudi Arabia, UAE, those areas are building huge manga anime centers. Tourism, this is a recent thing. IT tourism is sort of a new cutting edge field, not just sort of the old way of tourists using tour companies that a lot of people don't interact with anymore. We use online apps and websites to book our tours, and it's sort of using these modern technologies into the tourism field to create something new and different. And then our newest concentration is IT entertainment. Think like esports, video production, things like that, because entertainment is using so much computing power and data to basically create sort of new forms of entertainment. If none of these fit your needs, we also have a bespoke curriculum where you can create your own pathway. But most of the students, over 95% plus, choose one of the concentrations. You're able to switch, but most people stick with the concentration and sort of think about it and decide prior to entry. These are the basic courses, things like web programming, databases, networking, things, what you would think of as sort of the basic fluency that you need to build your IT skill. Again, you don't have to take everything, but we are focused on IT education at the school. That's our niche. And so we do recommend students start here if you don't have a strong background, particularly taking programming languages, whether it's web or computer or even networking. So you begin to understand, and maybe you sort of see what you like. Maybe there's something you have an affinity to that you want to build your skills towards. We have a master project. I'm not going to read this slide. Basically, it's just a thesis. I'm sure many of you might have done some such a report as an undergraduate student. It's basically like that. So if you're in the web systems concentration, you'll be doing a master project in web systems. Okay. Some people build webs like a website with e-commerce capability or something like that. Some people do extensive studies. Actually, they get, we've seen people in the AI and data science area do some really critical things and even present at international conferences. So we're quite proud of many of our students. Small percentage of our students go on to get a PhD. We don't offer that at our school, but we do have connections with other schools that do have PhD programs. I think some in Korea, working in partnership in India, for example, and other places, of course, in Japan. This is a snapshot. Basically, I won't get into this, and when you come to the school, we'll have an extensive orientation on your first day. But essentially, there's 44 credits. We use a credit system, like many countries. You need to take a 2-year program. It's 4 semesters. So on average, it's about 11 to 12 credits per semester. You don't have to evenly distribute them in that way. But many people, take somewhere between 10 to 14 credits per semester. And it's a combination of 6 credits, your concentration, which is about over half of your credits will be in. And then you can choose any courses in any of our schools. So we have probably over 150 plus courses for you to choose from. So it's quite a selection. Yeah, this is a course pathway. It's a little hard to read. Basically, it says in gray, first semester, second semester, and so on and so forth. It's a guide. Again, we give students a freedom within a framework. So you begin to choose what you need to do. We have academic advising, of course, but we give a guide for people to sort of navigate because there's so many choices, so many courses, so many tracks, even in a concentration. So we sort of let a student try to figure out what fits their needs. And they can sort of navigate through using this, what we call sort of a course manual or pathway. Our school has first period to 7th period. Most of the students take 1st to 5th period. Many people have part-time jobs that they do. You can work in Japan up to 28 hours a week during the semester. So many students take advantage of that. There's a lot of student work around in Kyoto and Osaka area. Courses given in the evening tend to be more online. We have maybe later we'll have a flexibility in the way you take courses, but essentially people come to the campus somewhere between the hours of 9:30 and 6:20. Now, of course, you're not taking courses every single day, every single period. You'll be taking 5 or 6 courses, for example. We offer 3 modalities for our courses: face-to-face, which is obviously the way we did it back in grade school, where you sit down and the teacher's there, we're all together. All the classes are recorded, so you can go and review them later. Okay. But no, go back, please. Thank you. We also offer high flex. High flex is we encourage students to come to school, but there are times that we realize that students may not be able to come, whether maybe they're feeling slightly ill or they're tired from maybe working late the night before, or for whatever reason the bus is having trouble getting to school. So we do allow for the high flex option, where it allows students that some people are in the classroom with the teacher, but there could be some people online. So we designate classes either as face-to-face or high flex. And then finally, real-time online, which is what we're doing now, where all the students are generally online with the teacher being online. Oftentimes that happens either in the late classes in the 6th or 7th period, or when teachers are located abroad, because we have many teachers in different parts of the world. We have campuses in Tokyo and Sapporo. We're starting a new campus in Athens in Greece. So we're trying to expand globally as well to give students an opportunity and reach. But it just gives an opportunity. Maybe you don't go to these places, but it allows us to get high quality teachers to come and either do it through online or actually come into Kyoto to teach your classes. Basically, most of our students, if not all, and the English medium students are based out of Kyoto. We do require students to have a PC. So every student needs to bring their device. We have a certain requirement. I wouldn't say it's very high, but it's a standard requirement that we need to use our networking systems and our softwares that we provide the students and everything. So you need to bring usually a laptop PC. And then we have a lot of technology in terms of learning management systems, other online systems, and things like, we don't use Google Meet, but other systems to work with the students. So having a good quality PC is going to be your workhorse in terms of being able to complete your class content and access the right infrastructure at the school. You can see some of the companies that we do here. We do have a career center. They have weekly sessions. They're open every day, actually. So you can go in to work on your resume, interviewing skills, ask for advice. There's job fairs in Japan. As you know, Japan is, open for a lot of foreign workers that come here for a variety of jobs. Some, non-IT, up to very high level skills. So, depending upon your background and your needs and what you're looking for, there might be an opportunity to do that. It's nice to know that Admission.ac and DIU support Japanese language training, because having communication skills is a really important way to make the cross over the bridge to get a job. Not that it's totally required, but it will help you in interviews, of course, to live here on a social basis and also to interact with your peers in a company. So I encourage anyone who wants to come here definitely to start getting their N5 level Japanese, and you can, while you're at the school, begin to take jobs that you can use your Japanese even in a part-time position.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I think
I'm going to leave. I have another meeting. I'll stay on for another 5-10 minutes, but I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Anand to take the rest of the slides. Anyway, thanks again for everyone for coming. Maybe I'll see you in Kyoto one of these days.
Thank you, Professor, for your time and wonderful presentation.
Okay, thank you so much for this event, especially I'm a little bit noisy place today. I'm sorry, and my presence also a little late. Sorry for that. I will keep continue these sessions for more 5 to 10 minutes to discuss a little bit about the location or the environment that students can get in Kyoto. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay. So today I'm going to discuss a little bit about the career opportunities in Japan, especially in the ICT field. So this is the roughly figure that Japan is trying to hire, or maybe their opportunities to work in ICT field in Japan. You can see the figure. And the market and sizes, the growth is also increasing every day. Japan always focusing the DX, means digital transformation. So digital transformations would lead by ICT field. So we are giving the opportunity to study ICT, IT, and management with the combined module, like Professor Solom discuss or explain how this module work in the school. Now the market side is in the ICT is some 315 billion, and this require a little bit high skill career paying jobs in Japan. English friendly environment also increasing every industrial sectors in Japan, and we are also trying to build more English medium, English friendly environment in education's platform, education's institutions like KCGI. And our best service is that for Bangladeshi students, the visa success is very high. I mean, there is no rejection cases for Bangladeshi students. And after completion of your master degree in Japan, compare to the other salary man or maybe employee payment system, the graduate students will receive more premium payment, like 15 to 10 to 15% increase. And in Japan, there is really a good health services compared to other country, and the security definitely for the ladies, or maybe the secure concern for their parents is really one of the key point for Japan to select for your living and study in Japan. Next, this is also one of the key figure that high-paying ICT jobs in general, roughly data from 2025. You can see some of the Python skills or some of the programming skills would receive minimum 5 lakhs in Japanese currency. I do not know how much in Bengali these days, but you can see the junior level also little bit high payment, and senior level also high payment compared to the other countries. So you can see some of this graph would have some of the key points that students can come here to sharp your ICT, IT management skill, and then go to the Japanese company for your work or for your future. So the major tech hub is increasing in Kyoto. You can see Tokyo is main hub, 7.5 vacancies is there. The Osaka 6.8 vacancies, Yokohama 5.3 vacancies, and Kyoto, it is increasing kind of growth of startup ecosystem and tech innovations, traditional cultures, IT, tourism, and then some of these companies like Nintendo's and some other graphics or manga animation companies also located in Kyoto. So kind of increasing its market these days. And again, the skill need to develop that the master is not only the master that we trying to teach somehow the Japanese cultures the Japanese system and our uh, career center invite many industries in the school, and they will discuss, they will get together, they will face-to-face talk to the many companies, their senior engineers, maybe the company owners, and the students have chance to discuss person to persons, and they can build their portfolio, they can exchange their language, or maybe they can prepare their language for the job, and then maybe the networks they can build in the school. School will support them to visa and other necessary support for those students after their graduation. So school have strong foundations to support our students. So Kyoto is a very beautiful city and a small cultural city. Basically 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites are in Kyoto, and many temples, traditionals, like historic things are in Kyoto, and it's kind of combined with the traditional and modern city. You can just see the wooden heritage temple. It is called Kyoto-Meiji-dera. It's so famous in Kyoto, main side of Kyoto city. This King Kakuchi temple. When you go to Google, you can find these types of images or explanation or descriptions. The images or the pictures you can see in the Google. So okay, now I'm going to little just sorry. Okay. Admission procedures. Let me. Okay, here. Okay, here admission for 2026 is ongoing for April intake, and we're moving to the 2026 October intake. We have only two intake in 1 year, October intake and April intake. So now our students can think for October intake. And basically we request our students to send their documents for screening, and we call them interview to understand their some basic data. And next the students can face the final or oral examination. So knowledge base or specialized field of their interest can be shown in the interview. The schedule might be multiple time for October, and so this is kind of 2 years experience in Japan. After 2 years, the student will get a 1 year extension, even work seeking visa, job seeking visa, or maybe a research visa. So in total, we can say 3-year visa guaranteed by KCGI. The scholarship also available in KCGI. So we are really honest to understand some of these developing countries people, they have some financial crisis, looking some of these support system for international degrees, especially for master education. And we have this education scholarship module in our KCGI as well. One scholarship which is called ME Extreme Maxed Scholarship. Many Bangladeshi can apply this maxed scholarship in Japan Embassy, Dhaka. So this is applications that students can done by their own. But other scholarship, we have two other scholarship. One is KCGI special scholarship, and those students will get this special scholarship that our relations has made, or maybe our partner institutions, or our partners like Admission.ac or Daffodil University can recommend students to get this KCGI special scholarship. So first year students will receive it 5,10,000 waiver, tuition waiver. Second year, 5,60,000 tuition waiver. With that, special scholarship. So only those category students will receive this KCGI special scholarship that our partner institutions or partner university can recommend their students. So Admission.ac is our partner institution, and the Daffodil University is our partner universities. So another one scholarship is there. This scholarship is called JASO scholarship, and this scholarship will provided by JASO, and this JASO scholarship will continue in April, 6 months plus 6 months equals to 1 year continuation. Our October intake students, we can provide 6 month scholarship, and in this scholarship, many of our students will are getting benefited from Bangladesh also. It I guess roughly 80 to 85% is our English medium students are getting this scholarship. So this is a big number to having this cash scholarship. This is cash scholarship provided by JASO. We request our students or other partner institutions to provide a facility to those if they are interested to apply KCGI on time. So after this KCGI special scholarship, student will receive this tuition waiver formal letter from school. You can see some prices as quoted in the box. So this is the first year tuition waiver and second year tuition waiver. KCGI special scholarship form. Next, we have very simple procedure for admission and selection. So we just take them as entrance examinations with open self-selected essay writing, and we invited for them interview for oral interview. And next we check there some documentation review. So basically the financial documents need to provide by the student side. So I think this is okay. So credit, students need to at least on 44 credit within 2 years. And we only have 2 intake, April and October. And we have 4 semester, 2 intake in a year. Okay, so scholarship criteria, how we are going to select our students to get scholarship is they must be international students. They must have recommendations and submit plays. We check their academic record and study motivations and interview performance. So this is very, very basic screening process for scholarship. And you can see the yearly fees is, structures in the table. First year school fee would be 1.8 million, and to second year it would be 0.5 million 50,000. But after receiving this KCGI special scholarship, school fee will be exemptions, and after exemptions, the school fee would be 9,90,000 per year. Okay, this is per year school fee. So the summary of this scholarship is KCGI special scholarship, where students can discounted their school fee, and JASO scholarship students are guaranteed for 6 monthly 48,000 on their bank. So there are 2 scholarships in KCGI for study. One is KCGI special scholarship, and another is JASO scholarship, which guarantee for 48,000 per month, but condition will be applied by JASO, not for KCGI. Okay, thank you so much for today's your presence here, and then organizer team also. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.